Hi everybody, here we are on lesson 7. This is the homework helper page, so it's page 33. And we're going to be adding these numbers. There are different ways that we talked about in the lesson, and I'm just going to review them here on the homework helper page. There are some that we can do mentally because we know 3 and 7. I know that's a pair of 10. So 3 and 7 is going to be 10 and then 30. So 30 and 10 is 40. I can do that pretty easily in my head. This one is a little bit harder. So we use our place value discs and we can write it in vertical form. So once we've done it with our place value discs, we can make a 10. When we move that over, we add that 10 on the line under the other numbers in the 10. And then we just add up what we have. So we have 6. We already added our ones. Sorry, that was the 13. Now we only have 3 over there. And we have 3 and 5 and 1. Now, if you move all of your discs into the 5 groups, it makes it a lot easier, but you can just count them up. So 3 and 5 is 8, and 1 more is 9. So 93 is the answer to 36 plus 57. And you can do it across or up and down. We can also use a number bond, and we can decompose. So in this case, 19 and 35. 19, it's really easy to add 1 more to that and get 20. So then we would be adding 20 and 34. 2 10s and 3 10s, 4 is 54. So we can use the place value discs and the vertical form, or we can use a make 10 strategy and a number bond. And it's completely up to you which way to do it. When it's super easy to make a 10, though, that's a faster way. It's more efficient. We can get it done with very little effort. So sometimes it's going to make sense to do the tape diagram and show ourselves the picture so that we can see what's happening. But then also using the place value discs to add. On this one is another one where you could use the make 10 strategy. 18 is awfully close to the next 10. And you might just want to decompose 63. All right. And then there are going to be some just super easy to do in your head. 63 plus 20 is just 6 10s 3 plus 2 10s. 6 10s plus 2 10s is 8 10s and 3. So as we look at our problems today, we're going to be making decisions as we do each one. Is it something I can do in my head? Is it something I'm going to use my place value discs for? Or is it something I can use a make 10 strategy? So I will be making some of those decisions when I'm doing it. You can choose a different way if it makes sense. Okay? If it makes sense. So which ones can we solve mentally? Let's try to remember that. Sometimes we're going to be using place value discs and the vertical form, and sometimes we're just going to add in our head. For instance, 1 and 9, that's a pair of 10. So I know that 1 and 9 is going to be 10. So I have 3 10s and 1 10, and how much is that going to be? That's going to be 40. So I am going to write 40. I can do that one mentally. Same thing here. I have 2 10s and I have 2 1s and 8 1s. That's going to make a 10. So I have 30 or 3 10s and 1 more 10. that is also going to be 40. Here, same thing, although it's starting to get a little bit tricky. I think this is one where I'm going to want to decompose. I'm going to take that 2 over here and make this a 20. So I have 18 plus 2, which is 20. And I would be adding 40 plus 20. So 40 plus 20, 4 tens plus 2 tens is 6 tens. And the same thing here. It's not quite as easy to do up in my head. So I'm going to use the decomposing make a 10 strategy. I need that 3 over here. So I have 40 and 3, right? And 17 and 3 is 20. So 40 plus 20 equals 60. Now here, this is starting to get a little more complicated. Let's get our place value discs. Okay, so you can see that I have collected my whiteboard with the line down the middle. I've got my 10 discs on my 1 disc set up, and I've written my problem vertically so that I can model this problem. 26 plus 67. Now, as we're doing this, I am not going to be continuing on with my 5 groups. I'm going to make my numbers separate so that they're really easy to see. I want to make sure I'm not mixing them up. So the first number I'm showing is 26. That's 2 tens, 6, 10, 20. There's 2 tens. And then we're going to need 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, that's my first number is 26. My second number is 67. And like I said, I'm going to show them separately on my mat, and later on I can line them up in 5 forms. So 67, 6 tens, 7 ones. So I have 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, and 7 ones. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Now I'm going to combine them. So I'm going to look at my ones to see if I can make a 10. And I'm looking here, and I just need 4 more there to make that 10. So if I can make a 10, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to compose those ones and switch them up for a 10. And I'm going to put that 10 down here on the bottom. So I still can see that I had 2 tens and then I had 6 tens. So we made 13, 1 10 and 3. And I'm going to write that here in my vertical problem. 3 ones, and I'm going to put that 110 over there on the line with the tens. And now I can either count them up or add them up, or I can make my 5 groups so that I can see what I have. If I make my 5 groups, it's pretty obvious how many I have. If I had 1 more, there would be 10. So I have 9 tens or 90 and 3 ones. That number is 93. So 26 and 67 is 93. Now I'm going to go ahead and write my vertical problem here. 26 plus 67. And I got 13, so I'm putting the 3 ones and the 110 over there. 93. All right, we're going to do the same thing with this second one, 28, 65. So I need 28 this time and 65. Our first number is 2 10s, 8. So I need 2 10s and 8 ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, because they're in that 5 group format, I can see right away when I have 8. My second number is 6 10s, 5. So I'm going to put out my 6 10s, and I can count them or I can just look at it. 5 across and one more. That's 6. And I need 5 more ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 65 added to 28. Starting with my ones, I need to see if I'm going to make 10. So I can just move those 2 up and I see I have a 10. So I'm going to bundle up those ones or compose them and trade them in for a 10, which I'm putting down here at the bottom. And I'm going to also add that to my vertical form. I had 13, 1 10, 3. So 3 is still over there in the 1 column, and I've moved that 1 right over there to the 10s. So again, you can count them up or you can put them into the, look at that. Exactly the same. We have 9 10s, 3 1s. 93. So I'm going to write the vertical form, 28 plus 65, and that gives me 13 and 93. Excellent. Down here at the bottom, we have 2 parts and we need to find the whole of our number bonds. So we're going to add these 2 bottom numbers together, and we're going to continue to use our place value chart and discs to do that. So our first problem is 23 plus 18. So 23 is 2 10s, 3, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. Our second number is 18, 1 10, 8. So we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I need to combine my ones to see if I can make a 10. And if I'm looking here, I need 2 more to make a 10. So we have 11. When we add 3 and 8, we got 11, which is 1 10, 1. So I'm just going to compose the 10 ones and move them over here as this extra one. And then we are going to add that to our vertical form that we had 11, which is 1 10 and 1 1. And then we're just going to add up our 10s. You can move them up if you want. 4 10s, 1 1, or 41. That's what we're putting in the top of our number bond. Let's do the second one. We have 29 plus 23. So 29 is 2 10s, 9 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 10s, 9 1s, plus 2 10s, 3 1s. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. So when we add 9 and 3 together, you can see that we just need one more up there to make that 10. So we have 1, 10, 2, which is 12. And we are going to compose that 10, bundle up those ones, and bring a 10 over into the tens column. So we were making the number 12. We have 2 ones and 1 10. Now we just have to count our tens. 2 plus 2 plus 1, or moving our place value discs, we have 5. So 29 plus 23 is 52. 52 is the hole that goes in the top of our number box. Excellent. I'm going to take a look at the second page. And the second page is word problems. Jasir counted 63 flowers by the door and 28 flowers on the windowsill. How many flowers were by the door and on the windowsill? So we have 63 plus 28. 63 plus 28. Now I could see either way. We could use this as a make 10 strategy, and we could decompose 63. We need 2 more for 28 to reach the next 10. So I could just take that out of 63, and that would leave us here with 61. And then we have 30. So we have 61 plus 30. So 6 tens and 1 plus 3 tens equals, what is 6 plus 3? 9 tens and 1 1. So there were 91 flowers in all, or by the door and the windowsill. Good. Don't forget, we need to do our read, draw, and write. So we can read the problem and then we're working it out with a drawing or a number bond or our place value discs. That's the drawing part. And then we still need to write it, both as an equation and as a sentence. Last one. Antonio's string is 38 centimeters longer than his reading book. His reading book is 26 centimeters. So what is the length of Antonio's string? This is the kind of thing that a tape diagram helps you understand the problem. His string is longer than the reading book. The reading book is 26. And that's the book. But his string is 38 centimeters more. So how much is it all together? That's his string. When you see it as a tape diagram, you can see that we are missing the whole. We need to add these two things together to find out what the whole is. 26 plus 38. Let's do it with our place value discs. So I'm going to write 26 plus 38 vertically. and I'm going to make those two numbers, 26, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and my second number is 38. That's 3 tens, 8. So 1, 2, 3 tens, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So looking at my ones, can I make a 10? I sure can. I need 2 here, or I could move them up here. I'm going to move these 2 down, and I made a 10. So we have 1, 10, 4. What is 10, 4? What is that number? 14. 6 and 8 is 14. I'm going to compose those 1 discs and swap them up for a 10, keeping it separate. I can show that in my vertical form by writing my 14 as being 4 ones, and then there's that 10 we moved over, and just writing it right on the line. So now I just need to add up my 10s. If I move them like that, super easy to see, but I also know that 2 plus 3 is 5, and 1 more is going to be 6. So the sum is 64. And let's not forget that we are dealing with measurement here. So it is 26 centimeters plus 38 centimeters equals 64 centimeters. And I'm also going to write the statement. Antonio's string is 64 centimeters. Good. Last one, also about Antonio. The length of Antonio's reading book is 20 centimeters shorter than the length of his desk. So how long is his desk? What did they tell us about his reading book? Okay, so his book is 26 centimeters. And his book is shorter than his desk. So down here is his desk, and his desk is longer. And this part here that is longer, this is 20 centimeters. And we want to know how long is his desk. Taking a look at this, is this something I can do mentally, or do I need to draw or use my place value discs? I have 26 centimeters and 20 centimeters. That's what I can do in my head. So I have 26 centimeters, or 2 tens 6, plus 2 tens. 2 tens and 2 tens is 4 tens. 6 ones and 0 ones is 6 ones. So Antonio's desk is 46 centimeters long. Which is longer, his string or his desk? His string is longer than his desk or his book. Got a nice long piece of string. Boys and girls, excellent work today. Thanks for working so hard, and I'll see you next time.